Hello, hello. Welcome to YouTube in 2024. Today, we're going to be talking about whether or not YouTube aligns with your business goals in 2024. We're going to evaluate whether YouTube is a strategic partner in your success or a pitfall to avoid. So before we jump into that, I want you to go ahead and comment #live if you're catching me live and #replay if you're catching the replay. So I know who was here and I know who to connect with after this live and or replay if you're watching the replay. So for those of you who don't know, my name is Elise Michelle Nelson. I am a YouTube strategist, which means that I help you use video to create visibility and generate leads for your business so that you can reach your people, teach them, and close the sale. I have personally published over 800 videos on YouTube, and I make money every week from my YouTube channel. I have also helped thousands of entrepreneurs create more sales with my do-it-yourself courses and monthly memberships. Plus, I've worked with other brands with tens of thousands of followers with my done-for-you YouTube management services and video editing. And I do all of these things so that you can support your family, travel, and most importantly, take a nap whenever you want. Now, I want you to go ahead and share in the chat if you are joining me live, #live, or catching the replay, #replay. And I would also like to know if you are a current or a future YouTuber, because I want to know who is here in the room with me. And if you're a current YouTuber, whether you're active or not, share a link to your channel so I can check that out after this live. So we're going to cover a few things today, but we're not going to give you a full breakdown. We're just going to kind of jump into it. And the first thing I want to address is a word that I hear used in business a lot. It's really kind of the catchword right now. And I kind of have a love-hate relationship with it. And so I'm going to reveal the word is alignment or align. And the reason that I have a love-hate relationship with the word alignment is because there are things I like about it and there are things I don't, right? So let's talk about what I like about it first. So the word alignment can be really freeing in difficult situations that you don't need to be in. And I'm going to give you an example. This would be like if you have a client who is never happy. They can't seem to explain what they want and you can't figure it out. And or you can't seem to do what they say they want. And so you're banging your head against the wall trying to deliver what they say they want, but it's just a waste of your time. And so sometimes you'll hear people say that the client or customer wasn't in alignment, or I'm not in alignment with the client or customer. And this is actually really freeing because it lets you realize that not every person is for every person. Not everybody is your right person. And so that's okay. And so using the word alignment here, it gives you like the grace to say that you don't have to work with everybody. And so I love this side of the word. The part of the word that I hate is that very often I hear people say that something isn't in alignment with their business, and they use that as an excuse to avoid something that seems too difficult or is too outside of their comfort zone. They're afraid. And they say that something isn't in alignment because they're afraid. Sometimes that fear arises from having tried it before. Sometimes that fear arises because it's the unknown. And this, when you use the word like this, you're just giving yourself something that seems like an acceptable excuse that no one can argue with. And so I want you to question, if you're questioning if YouTube is right for you, where you sit on this word. Is the reason that you're questioning it because maybe it isn't right for you? Or is the reason because you're afraid? Or you just simply don't want to do something? And if those are the reasons, those are acceptable reasons. Don't code it. Don't sugarcoat it. Just admit to yourself, I don't want to do it. That is totally fine. I'm not here to convince you to use YouTube. I'm here to help you determine why you're questioning whether or not you want to use YouTube. So if you don't want to do something, or if you're afraid to do something and you say it's not in alignment, dig deeper and figure out what that means. So a great example that I hear a lot about this is getting on camera or speaking in front of people. I personally had a really hard time, and even now I have a hard time speaking in front of people live. I have a lot less of a hard time on camera, but originally I was incredibly camera shy. I actually host monthly in-person events, and it has taken me almost a year to get to the point where I'm at least a little bit comfortable, and I still turn bright red from head to toe every time I speak in front of people. But what makes me different is that I do it anyways. So make sure that when you use this kind of excuse that you're being honest with yourself. Why is it that you're questioning YouTube? Why are you trying to say that it may not be in alignment? Okay, so here's some questions that I get asked a lot that kind of play into this word alignment. What kind of businesses should be on YouTube? Is YouTube right for my business? Is my audience on YouTube? And the answer is that every business should be on YouTube because every audience is on YouTube. From my teenage daughter to my grandmother, they all get on YouTube. It's a very wide array of people that are on YouTube. And so I hear this excuse and or question quite frequently, and it kind of plays back into that word alignment. And the reason that every business should be on YouTube, I'm going to give them to you. And I kind of already gave them to you, but we're going to go into a little more detail. The reason every business should be on YouTube is because YouTube helps you reach your people, teach them, and close the sale. That's my whole catchphrase for a reason, guys. First, let's talk about reaching your people. If you can't find your people, you can't help them with your expertise. This is also known as traffic. Without traffic, your business cannot succeed. You have to have a constant stream of people coming into your business who will consume your free content and ultimately buy your paid content or your paid services or products. But the reason I don't say find your people is because you don't have to find them. They can find you. And that's why this is reach your people. It is reach your people because you just have to have them know about you. You don't have to be the one that locates them. And that's what YouTube helps you do. As the second largest search engine in the world, which is connected to the first largest search engine in the world, Google, this is the best place to be found. If you can answer your ideal client's top questions on YouTube and get shown on YouTube and Google, who do you think they're going to find when they have those questions? You. So it's not a question of whether or not YouTube is the right place for your business. It is a question of whether or not YouTube can actually do what it says it can. And the reality is, yes, it can. YouTube can help you reach your people and take the struggle out of you having to find them. It does this on repeat, evergreen, forever, when you use the video platform the correct way to answer your clients' questions, your future clients' questions. So every business should be on YouTube because it helps you reach your people. Every business should be on YouTube because it helps you teach your people. And for those of you that are watching and you're like, Elise, you're just like talking to me. Are we really going to talk about whether or not this is right for me? I promise you in just a minute we are, but I want to make sure we're on the same page with regards to what YouTube can give you. So I'm sorry, let me go backwards. If you agree with me that YouTube can help you reach your people, you understand that this is a possibility, I want you to give me a 1 in the chat. And if you're like, Elise, no, I don't think that YouTube can really help me reach my people, I want you to give me a 2 in the chat, and then I want you to tell me why. All right, so then the next reason why every business should be on YouTube is because YouTube can help you teach your people. It can help you teach your people that you are an expert. No one is going to trust someone if they don't believe they know what they're talking about. So it is essential that you prove that you know what you're talking about so that you can build trust with your audience. This goes back to answering their fundamental questions about whatever you do or sell. If you can answer those questions and show that you have the answers, you have the goods, you've just taught them something and you've taught them that you're the expert they need. Now, if you agree with me that YouTube, being the second largest search engine in the world, can help you teach your people, can help you let them understand that you're an expert, I want you to drop a 3 in the chat. If you disagree with me and you say, no, Elise, YouTube is not the place that I can do that, I want you to give me a 4 in the chat and tell me why. And so building trust, teaching them that you're the expert, leads us into the final thing that every business needs to succeed. Every business should be on YouTube because they need help closing the sale. Now, you can spend every waking minute on your business and create loads of content and courses and freebies and a website and a funnel and emails and hashtag all the flippin' things. But at the end of the day, if you don't make money, what you have is not a business. It is a hobby. Now, to be clear, I am not saying that having a hobby is bad. Maybe that's what you want. But you do not have a successful business if you do not make money. Now, if you agree with me, I want you to drop a 5 in the chat. And if you disagree, I want you to drop a 6 in the chat. So why should every business be on YouTube? Why do those questions not matter? Is my audience there? Is my business, is it the right place for my business? It's because YouTube definitively can help you reach your people, teach your people, and close the sale. And if you agree with me that YouTube is a really great place to do those 3 things, I want you to drop a 7 in the chat. If you disagree, I want you to drop an 8 and tell me why. So all of that to say, everything is found on YouTube. But for this live, what I told you we were going to talk about is whether or not YouTube is right for you right now. Every business should have YouTube, but should you have it today? That's the real question, right? YouTube in 2024, partner or pitfall? That's what we're here to answer. So when is YouTube a good partner for your business? That's the question we want to know, right? And it is a good partner for your business if you are willing and able to commit the time and the money required for success. If you start trying to use YouTube and you are not willing to commit the time and or money that is required for success, you will fail. Period. So what does that look like? This is what you're really here to know. Well, in my YouTube cohort, I do not accept people if they are not able to commit 15 hours per month to YouTube. Because in order for you to be able to be successful, you have to be able to commit at least 15 hours a month. Now, that sounds like a lot, but if you break that down, that's only 30 minutes a day. So if you are able to commit 30 minutes a day or 15 hours per month in whatever chunk size you like, you can make a good go of YouTube for your business. So why do you need this much time? You need this much time because you're going to need to set up your channel. You're going to need to do keyword research. You're going to want to put out a minimum of 4 videos a month and a minimum of 3 shorts per week in addition to the shorts you take from those videos. You may want to look up trending sounds and other styles. And you're going to need some additional time for researching trends, competitors, new ideas, or if the above time isn't enough for your video creation, you may need some additional time on top of that 15 hours. So the very first thing is you have to be willing to commit 15 hours of your time if you want to use business successfully in 2024. So if you're like, Elise, yes, I can commit 15 hours of time per month, then you have checked that box. YouTube might be right for you. And if you're like, Elise, I don't have 30 minutes a day or 15 hours a month, then YouTube may not be right for you. This may not be the time. But there's a second thing that you might want to consider, and that is whether or not you have the money to commit. Now, to be clear, you do not necessarily have to have both time and money. There are ways to trade a little more time and spend a little less money, or vice versa, spend a little more money and spend a little less time. But these are the 2 things you need to consider. So let's talk about money. So how much do you need? I would say that you want to have probably between $100 and a couple $1,000 if you want to be able to make YouTube as easy as possible for your business. But again, we can swing this, right? So what might you need some good hard cash for? Keyword research tools. So I suggest 2. One is vidIQ and one is TubeBuddy. And I actually recommend that you use both of these tools. And if you want more help using these tools for YouTube, you can join us next week, same time, same place, where we'll be talking about YouTube search engine optimization. I'm also dropping the links to those 2 tools in the chat. Those are affiliate links. You're free to use them or not, but I recommend using both of these tools. They both have a free option, but you can get some more searches and some more additional tools if you use the paid option. So vidIQ is between $0 and $49 a month right now at the time of this recording, and TubeBuddy is between $0 and $16.50 a month right now at the time of this recording. So again, I started at $100. That's assuming that you wanted to maybe have one of these tools, okay? The second thing you might need money for is keyword research and or channel setup. If you do not feel comfortable doing your initial keyword research to find the right keywords to be using for your channel overall, this is something you can pay someone to do. It's something that I personally do. If you'd like my help, you can message me. And or if you want help with keyword research or channel management, either of the channel setup, either of those are something that I can help you with, or you can do it yourself for free. And I actually do have some trainings about how to do the keyword research, which we'll be doing next week. And then the channel setup, if you come to my trainings, I give you little snippets as we go through as to what you want to do for that. You can also message me if you have questions. So if you want help with either of those things, you can message me. I'd be happy to help you. Next thing you might need some money for is if you want to have a group for accountability. And this is something that I see holds back so many would-be YouTubers who are also business owners. They try to do it all alone in a vacuum. And it's really helpful to have an expert who knows how to do it there to answer your questions, and other people who are on the same journey who can feel and understand what you're going through. And so for that, I recommend my YouTube cohort. It's for accountability. It is currently $97 a month. But starting June 1st, I'm raising that price to $197 a month. And this program is going to offer you ongoing guidance, support, and accountability to help you reach your audience effectively on YouTube. I'd love to have you join us there. And I will go ahead and drop the link in the chat for that. If you have any questions about the cohort, you can drop those in the chat as well. And if you are watching this video somewhere else, all of the links that I am dropping are on my Facebook page, My Schedule Biz, and you may need to go there to actually grab the links, but you can get to the cohort by going to myschedulebiz.com/cohort. And I will check all the comments for all the platforms when I'm done with the live. Another thing that you may need to have some cold hard cash for is video editing. And this can be upwards of $30 an hour. And it's not per hour of video, it's per hour of editing. So for example, a 10-minute video might take 2 to 3 hours to edit. So $30 an hour, that means you're looking at, I would say $100 for a 10-minute video is not unheard of. So, but of course you can also do video editing yourself. So if you wanted to do it yourself, you could use a tool like Descript. And that is the tool that I recommend to all of my clients, is to use Descript for video editing. And I'm going to drop the link to in the chat for Descript as well. And this is also an affiliate link. You are free to use it or not. So Descript is $30 a month. Paying someone for video editing, you're probably looking at around $30 an hour. So all of these things add up to be things you might want to spend your money on. So let's go back to the original question. How do I know if YouTube is a good partner for my business right now in 2024? You already know YouTube is a good partner for any business, but is a good business partner for you. And it is whether or not you are willing to commit the time and or money to make it go. And so I hope now that we've talked really in detail about why you need this time and money, that you can sit down with yourself and be honest. Is this something that you're ready for? Are you ready to use the first and second largest search engine in the world to get yourself visible? Are you ready to have clients coming to you that you didn't have to find because they found you through these search engines? But before we leave, I want to kind of talk a little bit about more when YouTube is a pitfall for your business. So if you are unwilling or unable to commit the time or money required for success, that's when YouTube is just going to be a disappointment. And it's because you need these things to have good competitor research, keyword research, go through the analytics, thumbnail creation, good title creation, scripting, editing, posting. Any of these things can cause your YouTube channel to fail if you don't have the time or money to do them effectively. So it's not enough to make time for a few of these. You must make time and or spend money for all of them. Thus, the 15 hours a month minimum. YouTube demands dedication, understanding of the platform, strategic content creation, and adaptability to its evolving nature. YouTube isn't unique in this. Anything you do requires a full commitment or you won't see the results. And half measures can lead to wasted resources and lackluster results. So it comes back to the question of alignment. Does YouTube align with your business? So I've got 8 questions for you that I want you to ask yourself before you make a decision. So I'm going to drop those in the chat so that you can see them, and I'm also going to read them for you. So the very first question is, do I believe YouTube can generate visibility for my business and help me reach my people, teach them, and close the sale? So do you believe that? Do you think that everything that I just told you and everything we talked about is true? Do you believe that YouTube, as the second largest search engine that is partnered with the first largest search engine, could be a way, can generate visibility for your business, can help you reach your people, teach them, and close the sale? Do you believe that? If you say no, that's a big deal. If you say yes, I believe that's true, then we got to keep going. So our second question is, am I ready to stop spending time and or money on things that are not bringing me the results that I want? Because all of us are doing something. And whatever you're doing is either bringing you the results you want or it's not. And so before you can commit to YouTube, you have to ask the question, is there something else that I need to stop committing to? Third question, am I committed to spending the time necessary to create a YouTube channel that will help my ideal clients find me so that I can stop spending my time searching for them? Because it's going to take you time. This is not an overnight thing. You don't put out one video and suddenly your business changes. Question number 4, am I willing to spend the time and or money for research and the right keywords? Am I willing to spend the time and or money to create great thumbnails and titles for every single video? Am I able to edit my videos or learn how to edit your videos, or pay someone for editing with a focus on holding attention? Am I willing to spend the time and or money to understand the analytics so that each video can be better than the video before? Because that's how you grow on YouTube. Every video is an opportunity to improve. And then question number 8, our final question: does YouTube align with my business goals? Regardless of how you answer this question, I want you to think back to what we talked about at the beginning and remember that this word alignment can be an excuse or it can be a truth. And which one is it? If you answered yes to all or most of these questions, then YouTube might be the right step for you in 2024. And if you are serious about getting visibility and clients for your business, YouTube is the place. And I would love to help you. If you go to myschedulebizz.com/cohort, you can get more details about my cohort and lock in your $97 a month rate before it increases to $197 a month on June 1st. You can message me or ask questions in the chats. I will be going into and answering those questions shortly. And I hope to see you in the YouTube cohort. I am so glad we get to live our dreams together every single day. I hope to see you next week, same time, same place, where we'll be talking about the 4th grader's guide to YouTube SEO, how to set up your channel so that you're the algorithm's bestie. So I hope to see you same time, same place next week for this new free live. And I would really love to see you in the cohort. Talk to you later. Bye.